Welcome back to part two of our series titled Introduction to Credit and Credit Cards as part of the Financial Literacy and Wellness Badge program here with the UNLV Graduate College presented by US Bank. In part one, we discussed the basis of credit and your credit score. In part two, we're going to take a little bit deeper dive into credit cards and maybe some best practices that go along with it. Jason, take it away.
Thank you, Dr. John Hirano. As Dr. Hirano said, we previously learned about credit score and why it is important to us. In this video, we'll discuss some healthy habits to help us build credit. Before we get to those, I would like to take a moment to talk about credit cards. One of the best ways to establish credit is with a credit card, whether it's your first or if you already have a few. There are many kinds of credit cards out there, so let's take a moment to discuss a different rewards cards options we have. Now, credit cards give you the opportunity to earn cash back, points, and travel rewards. Now, how do credit cards work? It's quite simple. Use your card to make a purchase, accumulate rewards that you can earn and redeem for something you get to enjoy later on. Every credit card is different. Now, first, let's discuss cashback cards. With cashback cards, the purchases you make translate directly into dollar value. Your card may convert that reward into credit on your next credit statement or even direct deposit cash you've earned into your checking account. Now, other cards offer points rewards for using it to make everyday purchases. For example, some cards offer points on every single purchase, plus extra bonus points for just certain types of transactions like dining, groceries, streaming services, and gas. Once accumulated, points can be redeemed for a variety of items including gift cards and cash back. Then we have travel rewards cards. Now, travel rewards credit cards work a bit different. You earn points or miles for your purchases and deem those points for travel-related freebies such as hotel stays or airfare. Similar to cashback cards, travel rewards cards may let you earn points on a flat rate basis or using a tiered system. Now that we understand the different types of credit cards, let's talk about how to use them wisely. Now, we always want to try to spend within our means. Your credit card can be a tool to build credit and pay for large purchases in small increments, but you shouldn't use it to buy things you can't afford. We've all heard stories of someone graduating college with thousands of dollars in credit card debt. This is because they didn't budget properly. A good habit to form while building credit is to choose one or two categories you already spend money on and use a credit card for those purchases, such as gas and groceries. Next, we want to make sure to always make our monthly payments on time. I remember when I was in college and how many things I had to juggle at once: school, work, and of course, a social life. You can easily forget to pay your credit card. Luckily, many banks let you set up automatic payments so you don't forget to pay your card by its due date. Then, try to keep a low utilization ratio. Ideally, it's best to pay your credit card balance in full each month to avoid accruing interest. However, if that's not possible, at least try to keep your utilization ratio low. Your utilization ratio is a percent of your credit line currently in use. Using a high percentage of your available credit can make it harder to pay off debt. As a general rule, you want to keep your utilization ratio below 30% of your available credit. So, if your credit card limit is $1,000, avoid carrying amounts of more than $300 from month to month. Then you want to make sure you understand your credit card terms. Knowing the specifics of your credit card agreement can help you avoid unexpected fees and keep you on track of your payments. Different credit cards will have different interest rates and potential fees. Before applying for a new card, read through the agreement to understand when you'll be charged a fee, how interest will be applied to your account, and when the interest rate will increase. Some common fees to keep in mind are balance transfer and foreign transaction fees. Now, if you like to travel, finding a credit card without foreign transaction fees would be ideal. Now, you don't want to open too many accounts in a short period of time. Creditors do want to see that you can handle debt, but by opening or trying to open multiple accounts in rapid succession, you can actually lower your credit score. If you open a credit card at your new favorite department store, wait a few months or even longer before applying for additional credit. And remember, the more credit cards you open, the more you need to keep track of. Now, we want to make sure we review our credit reports at least every year. Now, unfortunately, identity theft and fraud are quite common now, even for those new to credit, such as students. Therefore, it might be a good idea to check your credit score more than once a year. If you do find a mistake or something you don't recognize, contact the credit reporting agency and discuss it with them immediately. And lastly, take care of past due accounts sooner rather than later. Each past due account on your report could lower your credit score. Bringing your account up to date can have a positive impact on your credit score very quickly. Now, this is just a brief introduction to credit. For more information on this and other financial topics, please refer to the link attached to this video. Dr. Rano, is there one tip that stood out to you?
You know what, Jason? There is one thing that really stood out, and I think it really goes back to, what was this now? That's right, paying your card on time. This is important because it really helps with keeping, like you said, keeping your accountability or showing that you're able to make those payments. one thing that I often like to say is, hey, think about ways to reduce friction. So one thing you might want to do is create those auto payments, which allows you to really stay on top of things. I know for myself, sometimes I get to that due date and I'm like, oh shoots, I gotta remember to do that. And then time differences matter. So depending on where you are in the country, there may be some adjustments in terms of when things are actually due. But thank you for that. For those that are here, we thank you for really understanding what you taking a beginning class or beginning lesson on credit. As you do think about these things, I want you to think a couple things about credit cards. The first is, do you already have a credit card? And if you don't, has your opinion about having one changed? If you do have a card, why did you choose the one you have? Does it provide the rewards that fits your life? The third thing is, for those that do have credit cards, again, are you using them wisely? Are there some lessons you can take away to apply to your life to make you a better user of your credit cards? Thank you again for joining us for this video series. We hope that you learned something and were able to apply it to your life.